Alright, Undertale. This is one game that I have not stopped hearing about since its release a few months ago. The amazing thing here is that the entire game was made by one single guy, minus some of the artwork. What he created is an incredible experience unlike anything you've ever played before. At first glance, it doesn't look like much at all. Simple sprites reminiscent of classic RPGs such as Earthbound. The more I played, the more intrigued and attached I became with every single aspect of this game, right up until the end, at which point I started the whole thing over again. Undertale is brilliant, and this review is going to tell you why. Undertale is set in a secluded underground region which is inhabited by intelligent creatures known as, monsters. You see, the humans, like the assholes that we are, banished these monsters from the surface and sealed them underground. You play the role of a little kid who mistakenly falls from the surface and begins his quest to find a way out of the underground. The way that you deal with certain circumstances in the game will directly impact your progression. The main impacting factor is whether you choose to kill or spare the monsters that you encounter, and this leads to heavy variations in the plot as well as multiple endings. When you finish this 6-hour journey, you are not going to want to put it down. I guarantee you'll be loading it back up again and doing things differently the second time around. Put simply, the writing is superb. I cannot remember the last game I played where I was so eager to interact with every single object and character in the world. Everyone has something worthwhile to say, and most of the time, the dialogue is very meaningful and engaging. Perhaps what makes this journey so addictive is that it is bloody hilarious. A game hasn't made me laugh so much in a very long time. This is achieved through the unique, incredible characters and the game's constant, clever nitpicks at traditional RPG mechanics, such as dating other characters or selling quantities of useless items to merchants. These continual playful attacks on traditional RPG elements and the loads of references to other games and media create some countless moments of pure entertainment. I found myself dying to get to the following screen to see what weird and wacky interactions I would encounter next. The world of Undertale is oozing with atmosphere. The simple retro art style and sprite-based animations pulled me into the world far more than most high-budget 3D worlds can do these days. The constant feeling of nostalgia probably had something to do with this too. This phenomenal atmosphere is partly achieved by an exceptional soundtrack, able to evoke loads of different emotions through the different areas of the game. My hat comes off to the single guy who developed everything that is Undertale. If you've played Earthbound, you'll immediately draw similarities with the look of the battle system. Undertale, however, has two very unique additions that keep its gameplay highly addictive. The first is the interaction in attacking and defending. When you attack an enemy, you can time a button press for maximum damage. However, it's the defending enemy attacks that really shines here. Every single enemy attack will face you with a different evasive puzzle. You simply have to use the arrow keys to make sure that the heart doesn't get hit. Every time it does, your HP falls. Some of these enemy attacks are brilliantly designed, especially the boss battles, which are incredibly entertaining and exceptionally well thought out. Then there's a second edition which makes Undertale, Undertale. I mentioned before that you can choose which monsters to kill or spare. You can get through the entire game without defeating a single monster, and this is done through the Act option. Rather than swinging your sword, you can try to work out how to appeal to a monster's personality. For example, in one fight, I discovered I could roll around in the mud, then pet my opponents. Yeah, pet them. This, in turn, would convince them that you're a puppy, and then bring them to the astonishing realization that puppies can also pet puppies. They will be amused, and the battle will be resolved with no blood shed. These gameplay mechanics are one thing that makes Undertale so worthy of its critical acclaim. It's really hard to say much more without giving anything away. Hopefully you've got the point, that this game is incredible. There really isn't anything negative that I could say about Undertale. It knows what it wants to do, and it does it flawlessly. The amazing writing, memorable characters, incredible atmosphere, and addictive gameplay all makes this a must-play RPG. Go out there now and experience it for yourself. This was Hellfire RPGs. If you liked this review, click like and subscribe for more RPG content. Thanks for watching, Happy New Year, and see you next time.